Hey, I wanted to make a quick video. Basically, jump on the thing everyone else is talking about. The Nintendo NX, which was officially announced today. After a long time of being a secret. It's actually, as everybody knows by now, it's called the Nintendo Switch. Actually, kind of an inconvenient time that they announced it. I was scheduled to work today at 10 a.m. and it was scheduled to be announced, or the announcement trailer was going to be released at 10 a.m. So I was I had the Twitter live feed on my phone. I kept refreshing and refreshing. I was slowly walking to work. And then when I got to work, I clocked in and I went in the break room and I just need the name, I don't need the specs. And then I was like, Nintendo Switch. I know, yeah, they're going to switch to the name. Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch. Okay, they're going to switch to the name. What's it called? What's it called? I'll find out when I get off work. And so I put my phone on my pocket and I got home and found out that actually is the name. I don't really like the name. I was telling everyone before that, I cannot wait to find out the name. I'm tired of calling it NX because that's a stupid name. And then I found out the actual name and I'm like, can we just call it the NX? But, I was watching the HMK. I found his channel earlier. I'm gonna start watching his videos more. Yes. Exit. Cancel? I don't know. It's Xbox. I have it on YouTube. And it's doing the Connect thing. And I keep switching pages. And, HMK, he's a YouTuber. I found his videos this morning. I don't know if he's always excited and energetic or if it was just because of the announcement. The whole time he's like this in all his videos that I've seen today. And then I watched his video this morning that he did last night saying, they're doing it tomorrow! Ah! And exit. Xbox. Exit. There. So, and then when I got off work, I watched his announcement video. I watched the announcement trailer and then I watched his video about it. And, he made a comment, I think it was him. I watched like 3 or 4 videos of people talking about the Switch, and they're talking about maybe it was Philip DeFranco that mentioned it. I think it was Philip. I don't know. Somebody said that because you take the handle, you take the controllers off the side, and you can hold one at each hand. They said that would take some getting used to, and that I just can't imagine that. Apparently never had a Wii before, because that concept just sounds like the Wii. At least because you have one controller in each hand. This is basically the same thing. I mean, it's not the same thing because they're not connected with a cable, which technology, everything's going more towards wireless. The Switch doesn't have this. It's basically this. You can just do whatever with it. But they did take the concept from there's a lot of side-scrolling games, and then there's Mario Kart that just, you took this and you turned it sideways and you can use it like this. And so, I mean, they did recycle some ideas from the Wii. But I do love what they're doing here, because I was a bit nervous leading up to the announcement, because Nintendo hasn't exactly made the best decisions over the last few years, namely with the Wii U. I have been very nervous about the NX being revealed, because I've been watching The Know. My main source for NX news was from The Know. I would watch their videos on it. And what is my Xbox doing? Xbox. Go home. Go home. Xbox. Settings. Turn off. Yes. There. I don't have to worry about it. They're actually, speaking of that, there is one advantage to it being calling Switch. If they do this, I doubt they would. If it's voice activated like the Xbox is, switch on, switch off. That would be so funny. Of course, it would only work for that. Switch, Netflix. Speaking of which, I haven't seen anyone talking about this. Would it have things like Netflix and Hulu and YouTube? I don't see why it wouldn't. But no one's talked about that yet. Of course, this is the first day that we're learning about this. I mean, this is it was just announced today. So they're just basically, it was to let us know, hey, this is existing. So we'll probably find out more about that as time goes on. But I want to know, does it have that? Because what I was getting at before, I was interrupted by the Kinect, was the I was nervous about the NX because like the No was saying that it was most likely a handheld, because all the specs that they released from the patent they did look like a handheld, and I don't really like handheld devices. I mean, to an extent, I had a 3DS. If you saw my earlier videos, I had a 3DS for a while, and then there was only like 3 games on it that I liked, and once I played those, Breath of the it's not even out yet. Link Between Worlds, like Zelda something. There's so many titles, I get all mixed up now. Breath of the, there we go again. Link Between Worlds, Super Mario 3D Land, which I was surprised that I like, because I don't really like Mario games now. Like, I played the new Super Mario Brothers, and then new Super Mario Brothers 2, and it's like, okay, the sequel is just literally the exact same thing, with like 1 or 2 added features. I was like, it's the same thing, and it's just repetitive, and most of the Mario games now are meh. And so I was surprised I got the Super Mario 3D Land from Gamefly, and I actually beat it in like 2 days. But yeah, I actually played it all the way through. It was that good, and it was like a cross between new Super Mario Brothers, like the style, and like the 3D games, like 64 and like Galaxy, except not Galaxy. It was more like the traditional. It was like a 3D 2D game, because it had like the layout of the 2D games, but it was 3-dimensional. You can move around. So I mean, it was like that. I'm sure most people watching this has seen that, has played it. And then there was I said Link Between Worlds. That one, I was skeptical about that one, because how do you make a sequel to the classic Link to the Past? That's one of my favorite Zelda games. So I was like, they're making a sequel to that? I'll pass. But then I played it because I was like, okay, well, might as well, just so I can say I played it, because I want to play all the Zelda games. And I beat that one too, and I love that. It was so good, like the story and everything. I love it took the the concepts from the first one and ran with it and made extra things. I mean, obviously people point out like the painting thing, you can walk in the walls, but that wasn't the only thing. There was a lot of things in that game that was like really cool. And then the third one, I forget the name of it. I played the demo. It was they kept advertising it like crazy on the Nintendo eShop, and so I was like, I downloaded the demo. Like, okay, what is this about? It was like Yo-Yo Yami or something like that. Except that wasn't it. It was Watch or something like that. Yo-Yo Watch, or I don't remember the name. But I played the demo, and it was like the first world, the first section of the map you can play, and then it was like download, purchase the rest. And I got it from Gamefly, and I didn't get too much farther into it because I don't remember why. I played it for like a week, and then I sent it back to Gamefly. But those are pretty much the only games for the 3DS I even liked. Of course, granted, I only had it for like 4 months. And then I gave it to a friend. I was like, I don't need this anymore. You can have it. And then almost immediately I missed it. Like, I don't want it back. Obviously, I'm not going to ask for it back. If I do get another 3DS, it would be the new 3DS XL. Unless they do another one since then. Because, yeah, the 3DS XL is bigger and newer. And then, but anyway, that was the only handheld I really liked. But I was like, if the NX is handheld, and they have Breath of the Wild on it, I'm gonna get a Wii U. I had determined that after the NX, which I'm referring to it as the NX because I'm talking about my thoughts back then. Like, it was the NX, so I'm just calling it the NX. So I had decided that when the NX came out, I was going to get the Wii U because the price would likely go down. And there was more games on it. Everyone complains about it, but I was like, So, but seeing the console itself, I mean, it's way better than I ever anticipated, because Nintendo said it wasn't a home console and it wasn't a handheld, it was something completely unique. And I'm like, what else is there? A hybrid. I hadn't thought of that. When like the note said it was probably a hybrid, I'm like, yeah, right. How are they going to do that? Because someone had said, like, how do you record? How do you get the? On Reddit, I had asked if there was a way to connect the 3DS to the TV, and like basically beam the Netflix to the TV, so I didn't have to, like, because it was a little tiny screen, and I'm like, I'm trying to watch like things on Netflix like this. So I'm like, and they said if you were to take the screen of the 3DS and put it on the TV, we take that little screen and blow it up, and the graphics wouldn't there wouldn't be graphics. It would be so horrible. And I'm like, okay, let's not. So when the note said it would probably be a handheld console hybrid, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I probably will do that. Depending on the price. There is no price set yet. We don't know it yet. But I'm guessing, based on the Xbox One S and the PS 4.5. Are they still calling it the 4.5? That's what they were calling it. And then I heard like Neo, and then Pro. I heard someone say PlayStation 4 Pro. Wait, and then there's like there's like 4 or 5 different names I've heard for it. But the Xbox One S has always been the Xbox One S. So if I were to get a next-gen console, a mid-gen console, it would probably be the Xbox One S. Or the... Okay, if I were to get a next-gen console, it would be an Xbox One. Because I even had some coworkers yell at me for that, like, no, no, no! And the reason for that is because the Xbox One is backwards compatible. I have 360 and regular Xbox games, because the regular Xbox games play on the 3DS. I mean, the 360. And so I read somewhere, and I had some people, yeah, I've been working too much. Yeah, I'm so exhausted. My back hurts. That the Xbox One does the same thing. It plays the 3D. If I say 3DS in this context, know what I mean. The 360 games and the regular Xbox games. And so I wouldn't have to, like, all that. PlayStation, Sony I guess they're against backwards compatibility because they got that service. I think it's PlayStation Now. I know they have something called that. There's also PlayStation View, PlayStation this, PlayStation that. Okay, PlayStation should have an overarching subscription, because you got to pay for Plus, which I do. You got to pay for View and pay for Now. You got to pay for this, and this. In the PlayStation Store, they got a list of PS. All of them are a separate subscription. Why? So they should have like an overarching PlayStation Gold. No, we couldn't do that because of the Xbox. They have like a PlayStation family bundle thing, like an overarching. It would be expensive though. They should do like Amazon. Amazon has Amazon Prime, and you pay, it's like $100 a year, and you get the 2-day shipping, and then reduced prices on a lot of things. You get the video, free music, Kindle Unlimited, which I have Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not paying for it, so I guess it's part of the Prime. And so like you pay one lump sum of $100 a year, or you can do monthly, but that's more expensive in the end. And then you get all these features, and that's what Sony should do with PlayStation, is have one subscription for everything. And with the PlayStation Plus, I do the monthly $9.99. I was doing the every 3 months because it was $17, but then they've raised all the prices, and now that's like $35, I think. And so I'm doing the monthly now. I should probably address something. I think the camera is tilted, and if you didn't see my last video, you're probably not gonna know that I did a live stream on Facebook a few days ago, and because on Facebook you've got to have the phone like this on the portrait, because I did a test live stream where I had the phone like that because I do everything landscape. But then the video is sideways, and I did like a quick 15-second, hey, this is kind of a test to see how live stream works, and then I hit stop and it uploaded, and I watched it and it was sideways, and I'm like, so you gotta have it like this. So, but the tripod, I think all tripods do that, it goes like that, and you can turn the thing sideways. I have the phone adapter, which I bought separately, and I had it sideways. I had it like this the whole time, like the phone was right here on the phone adapter thing. Well, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but the phone adapter broke, and it was like a half-hour live feed, and I had all my friends watching and commenting, and I'm like, hey, you're talking to them. You watch the video, it's one-sided, and I watched the video, it's poor quality, but the adapter broke near the end. I was losing viewers. People were saying goodnight, and I was like, yeah, my phone's about to die. It's at 5%, so I'm gonna turn this off too. And then it broke, and I'm like, oh, perfect timing. So that was kind of awkward for live stream. It's kind of funny that it happened during the live stream, not like during the Just Dance video or something. Like doing the dance. Oh yeah, I still do the Just Dance videos. I just don't upload them to YouTube. I upload them to Facebook because Facebook don't care about the copyright. It notifies you. It says, hey, we've detected copyrighted material. If you post this, the original copyright holder will be able to see it. Post. That's it. And so I highly doubt Katy Perry is going to see my profile. And I don't think she's the type to worry about the whole copyright thing. I haven't heard her taking people to court over it, but I don't think she would care. Taylor Swift doesn't have anything on Just Dance. And considering she took everything off of Spotify, I would be really surprised. And especially if she did have anything on Just Dance,